who or what influenced you the most in who you've become today?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Mr. Jackson,
Ah,
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
yeah, tell us more.
Yeah, so it's no secret. I'm a big fan. I ran the Scandinavian fan club when I was younger, when I was
Really?
teenager for
Uh,
about 6 years. And I got to meet and travel and with the family and a little bit here and there and go to events and all that. And he had a lot of words of wisdom that stuck with me, and I learned pretty much work ethic and confidence and pretty much everything
wow.
from him very early on. Yeah.
Just curious. In what capacity were you traveling? Like, how did you even
Well, it was just like when the fan club, like when there were events, I would go on behalf of the fan club, basically.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay,
Yeah,
got it,
yeah,
got it.
yeah. But I got a lot of, free tickets here and there and all that stuff.
Nice,
So,
nice. So what was that? Just curious, like what is that? If you were to say like one wisdom that maybe one or two, wisdom that you felt like stood out to you and kind of set you on a path. What was that? Do you remember?
yeah, I mean, a lot of things, but one thing that really I remember is, like high school's tough. That time of your life when you haven't really found yourself, when you're a little awkward, where you're like, I don't know who I am, but I'm figuring it out,
Yeah, right.
And I remember him sort of reminding me that your time will come, even if it's not now. Like there's no rush to become.
Okay.
Um, when you're ready, you will become what you're supposed to be, who you're meant to be, and you will be ready at that point. But there's no need to rush it, because some of us find it when we're very young,
Mm-hmm.
and some of us find it a little later in life. Some people start their business at age 80. Some people know what they want to be when they're 5.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just a journey, and you learn what you need to learn on the journey in order to become that person.
See,
And
I
because everybody's different and everybody has a different purpose,
how
it,
old
you
were you
know,
at that time when you were traveling? Like how old were you and how old was him? Was
well,
he
I was about 16 or so.
okay?
Yeah, 16. He would have been like 40, in his
Oh, okay,
40s.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
38, 40, something. Yeah. I can't remember. 50, 50, 60. Yeah, I can't do math. I'm horrible with math. I'm horrible, horrible. I
Good,
can't
good
even do
though.
that
Very
math.
good. You have so many great.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. And I think it's so important for us to know not like put us at ease,
Mm-hmm.
going too
Mm-hmm.
fast too soon and to stress
Mm-hmm.
ourselves
And
out.
not stressing yourself out about what's meant for you will, find you at
Yeah,
some point. Yeah.
perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that. Second one, it might be in relation to that. What is your favorite childhood memories? And paint us the
Ooh.
picture of that moment.
Ooh, favorite childhood
Like
memory.
what came to mind like right away? You don't have to like
Well, right away, I think it maybe not my favorite childhood memory, but it's like something that really stood out early on, and that was sort of my identity as an entrepreneur.
okay.
Because I used to be a big fan and collector of My Little Ponies.
Oh,
You
really?
know the My
Okay.
Little Ponies from the
Yeah.
80s? Yeah, I loved when I was a kid. I mean, horses are my favorite animal, and I love ponies, and I had horses, and I competed with horses, and horses were a big part of my life. I had 6 horses of my own.
Uh-huh.
Um, but anyways, when I was little, I collected the My Little Ponies in all colors, shapes, and sizes.
Uh-huh.
And I used to put numbers underneath their feet, the little hoofs,
Uh-huh.
in Sharpie pen. And I used to have an inventory, and I used to rent them out to my friends when they didn't have the pony that they had. And I kept
Of course.
a very close inventory, and I knew exactly where each pony was, and they were all color coordinated and categorized. And I was very organized early on as an entrepreneur trying to
It's
make money.
awesome.
So I looked, I looked at, my dad, bless his heart, uh, always was very generous. And I was, a little princess, of course. I'm an only child. So I was very lucky in having quite a few of the ponies. And so I looked at those as an investment.
Did you say you rented out to your friends?
I did.
Do you charge them?
I did.
How much was it?
It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a
Okay.
lot. But
That is,
I knew exactly where each thing was.
oh my God. Did you ever
Hmm.
lose some of them? No? Okay.
No, I took inventory very seriously.
Okay. What if they did not return it on time? What would you do?
There was reminders. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You have a system early on.
I
Excellent.
had systems.
I
Yes.
love that. That is so Caroline. I love it. All right, next one. What is the biggest challenge in your life that you have endured? The biggest challenge in your life or business that you have endured?
That would have to be my immigration
From where to where?
from Sweden to the US.
Okay, walk up.
Yeah.
Tell me.
So that was 1999,
Okay.
and I was 18 years old. And yeah, I just decided to go to school in the US.
Uh-huh.
And I moved by myself, basically from Sweden to the US, and had a
Did you-
very big culture shock.
Where did you go in US?
Honolulu,
Okay. Okay. Cool.
because why not?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And how
Mhm.
did you overcome that? Like what was the milestones there that make you feel like
Well,
home?
it's very difficult when you're fish out of water and you end up in a new environment.
Yeah,
And I mean, I understood decent English, but it wasn't the English that I speak today, obviously.
I see.
And when you are new to any area or place, you know how it is. It's like you don't know where anything is, you don't know anybody, you have
Yeah.
very little support there. You have to figure everything out. So it was all the basics. I felt like a child again of like, where do I even,
Mm.
buy food? And I got to find the grocery store, and then in order to buy the food, I got to figure out, well, I need the money, but I don't have a bank account. So how do I
Yeah.
get that? And what papers do I need? And everything becomes like from scratch.
Right.
You
Right.
have to set up all of your whole
Right.
world and start fresh all over again.
Right.
And it can be a
Exactly.
bit overwhelming. And then if you're in a new environment and the language isn't there and the culture shock is there, and it's challenging. It's challenging. So that's why I'm always sort of sympathetic to people who go through that, because I know how hard that can be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So what is like if you were like to give your younger self an advice, like you were to repeat that experience again, what would you recommend them? Like three things you have to do before you leave the house, or or would you ever change anything?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
No, it was a very good experience. I needed to do that. It was the best thing I ever did, actually, because I learned that I can trust myself
Okay.
and I can figure anything out,
Okay.
and I can start over if I need to and from scratch, and I'm going to be fine because I know how to
Mhm.
take care of myself, and I know how to ask for help, and I know how to, yeah, just figure things out one step at a
Good.
time.
Good.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think I have a follow-up question in relation to the next one, which is what are the important character strengths that you feel you have or had at that time to stay
Mm-hmm.
resilient or have now, to stay resilient and relevant through your journey? So there's two parts. One is at that time. What do you think your character has to have something to do with it?
At that time, yeah, I've always been very like okay with taking risks,
Okay.
like brave, I guess you could call it.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
uh I'm a big believer in taking the risk without, even if it's scary, you still go and you still do it.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
always been that way.
Okay.
Um yeah, like not make letting fear be a criteria,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
Um
yeah, you're courageous.
Courageous, I guess I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in hindsight.
Mhm.
And trusting myself,
Okay.
or like my decision making skills
Right. Right.
would be, I had that then and I still have that now, and that's never steered me wrong.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Are those the two that main one, you think?
The two main ones, yeah, and then I guess if
How
I had
about
to pick a third one.
resourcefulness? I
Yeah,
think
resourcefulness. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's again trying to and maybe also a bit of patience
okay.
of like, I don't have to figure everything out today.
I
It's okay to figure one thing out every day and then keep going.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's awesome. And that stays true to today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that has not changed. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.